Okay, so it's been a few days since we did our initial kitchen Christmas decorate with me, and I had so much fun with it. I gave myself a few days to kind of rest and edit the video, get the video posted, relax a little bit, and kind of plan out just a little bit more of what we have for Christmas. But today we are finishing up the living room. I'm so excited. I have the tree up, and I'm doing something this year that I've never done before, and I can't believe I've never done it before. I have this beautiful off-white Vickerman ivory tree. I love my tree, but it's pre-lit, and that's great, but it doesn't have enough lights. And I'm seeing everybody posting about their, like the viral tree from last year, and it got me wanting to buy a new tree. And this Vickerman tree, this tree is an investment, and so I'm trying to keep using it for many, many years to come. So I went ahead and bought a really, really, really long twinkle light vine fairy light string, and I just added it to the tree. I did run out about 3/4 of the way through, but luckily I had a few extra strands of the fairy lights, so I added that, and I love the way it looks. There's so many more lights. It's so beautiful. The lights are super dainty and tiny and just like so beautiful. So today we're going to be working on the mantle, the Christmas tree, styling the coffee table, and then styling my glass case that I have near the dining room. It's kind of like my dining credenza. And yeah, it should be really great. I'm excited. So let's get this started. But first, coffee. I really need some more coffee. First things first, this paper mache star that I got last year at the end of the season from West Elm has been waiting all year for this moment, and it is even cuter than I remember. And clearly, I am not the only one who is very excited to be decorating for Christmas. Then I started bringing out all of my bins with my ornaments, but honestly, I didn't even buy any new ornaments this year, and I will be completely honest with you guys, I don't love the tree decorating part. I like a more minimal tree. I just love the lights on the tree for the most part. So I pulled out some of my favorites, and especially these brown flock ones from last year. Next, I moved over to my dining credenza and added this wooden advent calendar I found at Target last year. I so wish they would have brought it back because it's honestly one of my favorite holiday pieces. And then one of my go-to styling tricks is filling bowls with ornaments or pine cones. It's simple, but it always looks so festive. Then I added this Anthropologie dupe Christmas centerpiece that I made last year, and it's still one of my favorites. If you want the full tutorial, I actually have a short with all the details and supplies, and I'm planning on doing a Christmas DIY video soon, so I'll include that in that video as well. Moving on to the mantle, I used this beautiful 9-foot Norfolk pine garland from A Floral, and I found these vintage Turkish stockings on Etsy that I am obsessed with. I've been decorating much more slowly this year, just taking my time, adding a little here and a little there each day, and honestly, it's so much more enjoyable that way. No rushing, no pressure, because things don't always go as planned, and sometimes the garland literally falls right off the mantle. I guess that's my sign to take a break. So speaking of slowing down, we're rewinding a few days here. This is the part where I decided I could move the concrete planter by myself. No husband, no help, just a towel and determination. It was totally worth it though, because I had a plan. I have these Amazon twinkle lights that are just pure magic, and I planned on using the tallest one in this planter. So I added a little bit of plastic to secure it, and then I topped the plastic with preserved moss sheets, and it gives it that perfect forest-styled vibe. This sideboard piece in my entryway might be one of my favorite spots to decorate. I love this lime wash looking abstract art that I have hanging above it. It just has that soft organic texture that feels so timeless. And I have this little wreath hack that I shared in my Halloween decorating video, and it's become my go-to. I just have a piece of ribbon that I've nailed to the back of the frame, and I run it through a wreath, and I get it all centered, and then I nail it back into the frame and hang it up. It's so simple, and it looks like it was meant to be there. And honestly, this pairing of the wreath, the artwork, this vintage style Merry Christmas sign I have, it is pure perfection. Then I started adding in my twinkle light trees, and here's another little hack that I swear by. If you ever need to stabilize something tall inside of a vessel, I just fill it with rocks from my driveway. Seriously, it works like a charm. Sounds weird, but it works great, and that's exactly what I did for both this large paper mache vase and the smaller vase. I just filled them with rocks and pushed the twinkle trees right in, and I had instant stability, and nobody will ever know the difference. To finish off these vases, I covered the rocks with preserved moss again, and then I styled this little corner with my amber glass trees that I got at Walmart. You might remember them from my Christmas decor haul video. I added a small stack of books and these marble and brass accent stars from Target a couple of years ago. I love these. This whole vignette turned out so simple, but so visually striking. I love the organic mix of the twinkle trees and the moss and the stone and the glass and the wreath and the vintage Merry Christmas sign. Just everything about it blends together so perfectly in the prettiest, most organic way. Next, I'm styling this gorgeous oversized mirror in our living room. It's from our house and it's one of my favorite pieces. I've done garlands over it before, but I've never done one like this. This is a 13-foot cedar garland that I got from Target a few years ago. I kind of love when a garland hangs asymmetrically and kind of drapes and flows onto the floor. Then later that night, I added my favorite vine-style fairy lights. They have more twinkle per foot, I guess you could say, which makes the whole thing just sparkle in the prettiest way. And to finish the look, I added a cream felt Joy to the World garland, and I just love how peaceful and cozy this little corner feels now. It's a few days later, and I'm finally adding the last few touches of Christmas decor. These paper snowflakes are from Amazon, and I love using these in little spots around the house, especially in the windows. They add that perfect bit of fairy tale magic, like something out of a Christmas movie. Where I live, we don't get much snow, so this is about as close to a white Christmas as I'm going to get. Finally, I'm styling my coffee table for Christmas. I like to start with a few base layers, little stacks of coffee table books, and any bowls or catch-all trays that I might use. For this marble catch-all tray, I am adding some extra star anise I had from a DIY project I did earlier this season. It makes the cutest, simplest little bowl filler for Christmas. Then I added this vase with the droopy cedar stems. I shared these stems in my Christmas decor haul video, along with some brown rattan Christmas trees I shared in that same haul. It's simple, natural, and feels like the perfect finishing touch. I think that's going to wrap up our Christmas and living room styling for this year. You guys, I have to say, without a shadow of a doubt, this is my absolute favorite Christmas decor styling that I have ever done to date. It is so beautiful. It is bringing all of my Christmas magic dreams to life. The twinkle lights, the greenery, the neutral colors, just every bit of it. I love it so much. I just want to cozy up with a cup of hot cocoa right now and get under a blanket, get the fire going, and read a cozy Christmas book. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye. Mwah.